Good morning, Lieutenant Mike Wallach, Clearwater Police Department. 1 month ago today, David and Mina Swan were found shot to death in their home on Flushing Avenue. Today, we're here to announce the offer of a $25,000 reward by the family of the victims. We are grateful for the family's assistance in this matter. They've been extremely helpful to us and in every step of the way have helped us. Detectives have obtained hundreds of pieces of evidence, along with hours and hours of video surveillance from the area. So far, they have interviewed over 50 people and followed up on over 100 investigative leads. To date, key pieces of evidence have been submitted to the FBI for further analysis. We are hopeful this reward will prompt someone to do the right thing. Someone, somewhere, knows who killed this couple. This family deserves answers. With that, the family and I will take a couple questions.
Hi, I'm Julie Beginskis. This is my brother, Steve Swan. I just wanted to say a couple of things. Dad taught me many things. To tie my shoes, to tell time.
To ride the bike.
To ride a bike and to drive a car, to name a few. When Dad married Mina, they both taught us many things. To live each day to the fullest, dance when you hear music, and the love of family, to name a few. They loved each other and they loved us. They still had many things to teach us. If you have any information relating to what happened to our parents, please come forward, even the smallest. We loved our parents very much and we were heartbroken. And our family wants to thank the Clearwater Police Department for everything they have done and everything they are doing for us.
My name is John Wolf, and we loved our mom and dad very much. And we hope that someone can help us with some information in the deaths of our parents. I am very ill and I need some closure before I pass. If you know something, say something, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concluding it, we'll take a few questions.
So where are we right now as far as in the investigation? I mean, when we spoke with Chief Slaughter maybe a couple weeks ago, there was some information coming in, but really no leads panning out. Where are we right now?
We're still receiving a lot of information, like I said, but unlike you see on TV, we don't solve cases in 60 minutes. We'd love to. We follow up. We've been following up on over 100 investigative leads, and we're asking for people's assistance. We need anything we can get.
There was the camera that's been posted in the neighborhood by that tree, right out front of the family's home. Has that been utilized? Has investigators gone back and looked at anything on that camera? What can you tell us about that?
That's an active investigation part. I'm just going to leave that alone right now.
Detective, I know you probably would rather come before us and announce an arrest because it's been a month. I mean, is it frustrating that we're here asking for more information and you can't say anything arrest yet?
Of course, it's very frustrating. I mean, just look what we just heard from the family. I mean, this is very disturbing. I want to solve this case, and I want to put closure to the family and get this person that did it off the street.
You're talking about $25,000, plus we've got about $3,000 in Crime Stoppers. That's $28,000, a lot of money for somebody who has answers. What are you telling the public in terms of come forward? I mean, that's a chunk of cash, and somebody knows something, like you said.
It does. Someone somewhere knows something, and that's what we're asking for. Anybody that can come forward and give us anything. It may be something small they think is not relevant, but it could turn out to be very relevant. So that's what we're asking anybody to come forward.
Please, if anybody knows anything, please help us. We really would like to know. Thank you.
John, can you come back to the podium? And Noel, you as well. Obviously, I mean, we saw you the last time you were here, you spoke to us, and it's been a couple more weeks. You know, what's the message that you want to get out there to the community? Obviously, your family, this is heart-wrenching for everybody going through this, and can you kind of just tell us what the situation is for you guys?
Just heart-wrenching is an understatement. Okay? No one's prepared to deal with anything like this. Nobody.
Mom and Dave were described in one of the reports as elderly. They weren't elderly. They were our parents. They rode horses a month before on a vacation. They were still looking forward to riding roller coasters with their grandchildren. They knew they had great-grandchildren, of course, and loved them, but they still thought of themselves as young and looking forward to life. So for us, we really would like the answers that could help us. And we would like them before it's too late. So please help us.
As the time goes on, does it get harder knowing that there aren't those answers there?
We are so fortunate to have tremendous support, and I'll speak for the entire family here. The detectives have been incredible. We have incredible support from the Clearwater Police Department. They have been working on this so hard. We can't thank them enough. We know the neighbors have been sharing and forthcoming with things they know. We know there are other people out there who've known them, but please, please consider, if there's something you know, please help us. Please help us. Thank you.
Where is the money for the reward coming from? Is that something you guys pulled together? Do you guys have a fundraiser happening? Or?
It's from the families directly.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Plus the Crime Stoppers.
$3,000 is from Crime Stoppers, so a total of $28,000.
Where do we move forward from here? You talked about some information being turned over to the FBI, obviously still going down some of these leads, but what's kind of next?
We don't stop. We just keep going until we figure out who did it. If it takes every minute of the day, that's our goal. So what turns next, a lot of it could depend on what kind of tips we get also, but it's not going to stop.
I understand that you can't discuss specifics about the investigation, that's standard, but can you talk about generally why you, in what situations, generally speaking, you would be turning information over to the FBI? Is it because of cases that go for a while like this when you haven't had that arrest yet? What kind of leads into that decision from the department's standpoint?
I think when we talk about the FBI, just to clarify, evidence is going to the FBI for further analysis. The FBI has obviously special equipment, special labs to do special types of testing, and that's what we're relying on from them. Okay?
Are there any specific details from the investigation that would be pertinent to maybe stimulating the public, or a detail from the scene that you may be able to elaborate on or provide that might help the public decide whether they need to call you or not?
I think the best answer to that is if somebody saw something that doesn't stand out to them, that's not normal in that neighborhood, they need to call us.
You established a specific tip line for this case. Have you gotten a lot of tips into that line?
We have gotten tips on that line, yes, and we're just asking, like I said, with the reward, we're asking for anybody else to come forward and use that tip line. On the poster you see there, the tip number, we also are going to be putting out a number that's going to give you a direct contact with the sergeant in charge of the homicide unit. So if that way the person feels more confident in talking to someone directly. So they'll have two opportunities.